The family have widened their search for the missing teen after 3 weeks. Jay Slater's dad has pleaded with Interpol and British cops to help with the search for his missing son. Distraught Warren Slater, 58, returned to the mountainous region where the 19-year-old vanished 3 weeks ago, as he warned it would take an army 10 years to search the whole area. Jay's family have been scouring the area where the apprentice builder's phone last pinged on June 17th, but are yet to find a trace of the missing Brit. Speaking to The Sun, Warren said, "As a family, we need to ask the British authorities to help. He's a British citizen. Get Interpol involved. At the moment, it's just us. I haven't got a team. We need a team to come over here and find out for us what the police are doing and what we need to do. Our hands are tied over here. We need experts. It'll take an army 10 years to cover all this. I'd employ a team of Gurkhas." He also called on British cops to interview Ayub Qasim, 31, a convicted drug dealer who was among the last people to see Jay before he vanished. "Our hands are tied over here. We need experts. It'll take an army 10 years to cover all this." Warren Slater. Jay, who was on his first lad's holiday with 2 pals, left the thriving Tenerife party strip with Qasim late at night and headed to a remote Airbnb. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alongside a third man, Jay spent the night at the £40 a night home in Masca. The Airbnb was just a 30-minute drive from Los Cristianos where the teen was staying. Fresh theories have suggested Jay lost the key to his room, leading to him looking for a new place to stay after his pals went home early. Messages from Ayub, seen by The Sun, show that Jay had complained to him about losing his key on the night out. After waking up the following morning, Jay left the Airbnb despite Ayub saying he offered him a lift back to Los Cristianos. Jay, who reportedly said he was going to find some food, left the house alone as he embarked on what would have been an 11-hour trek back to his apartment. The Lancashire lad made a panicked call to pal Lucy Maylaw, 18, later in the morning to say he was lost in the middle of nowhere. He also claimed to have no water and only 1% left on his phone. Jay hasn't been seen since, with his family calling for extra resources to be thrown at the search. Spanish authorities launched a mammoth 2-week search for Jay only to be left without a trace, prompting them to call it off on Sunday 30. Warren, Zach and Jay's mum, Debbie Duncan, have vowed to stay in Tenerife for the foreseeable future in the hope of a breakthrough in the case. Exhausted, Warren told how he and the family feel like they have been kept in the dark by Spanish cops throughout the hunt. The family, who have since been joined by Jay's uncle Glenn Duncan, took matters into their own hands after the search was halted as they continued the hunt on foot. After a week of scouring the mountains region of Masca, Warren said the family are now expanding their search area. Explaining the decision, he said, "I've been through 80% of the valley, so we went further along. We've done the valley where his phone pinged. We've been on 2 wild goose chases to abandoned buildings. Now we've gone up the road to a vantage point. There's cliffs there, and there's a valley and a village there. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Where we've been today, you can see there's a hiker's path with proper stones. We've gone straight down and you end up in the village." Warren added he can't understand why his son would veer off the road and into the dangerous valleys close to his missing child's last known location, the Mirror reports. "It doesn't make sense. He's either hid himself, but why would he hide himself? Or he's just," he said. According to the Manchester Evening News, he found it difficult to understand why someone would choose the obvious route rather than go through the thick vegetation. "All I'm thinking is common sense. Would you try and walk through there?" he said. "Where we've been today, you can see there's a hiker's path with proper stones. We've gone straight down and you end up in the village. I'd go into the first building you see. An ideal spot for shelter is that little cave, isn't it? Get a bit of shade. You're hungover, get your head down in there. The police are convinced that's where his last ping were," he added. From the B&B, he's a fit lad. 25 minutes you can get to the top, to where the cafe is. If he's followed the road and been where we've been today, it's took him an hour and a half. Dozens of cars would have gone past him. We got here at 9 a.m. and the 10 a.m. bus passed us. And it would have passed him. I've been up here 3 weeks and I've never seen as many cars. The Sun revealed on Sunday how the Slaters hope to use the more than £50,000 raised on their GoFundMe to pay for a new private search. Spanish cops have said the investigation remains ongoing, with them continuing to follow any leads that may come in despite halting the ground search. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.